Life is a miracle. Life is a battle. Life persists against all odds. In South Sudan, life is defined by war. Generations of children have been born into violence. Millions have been displaced, still searching for home, still waiting for peace. It is the youngest country in the world, with the largest humanitarian presence. And staggeringly high maternal mortality. Here lies the whole horror and beauty of human existence. It's one of the most difficult and dangerous places to be a woman.
My name's Grace Lucio. I'm a South Sudanese. I was born in Uganda in a refugee camp in 1968. Life in a refugee camp is not an easy one. Looking at my people suffering with diseases, looking at mothers suffering with conditions of pregnancy, I ask myself, through these hardships, how much could I work for them so that they can improve? You become driven to doing something that you even never expected to do. So it really gave me a heart of saying, I better work for my own people than staying there, yet my people are suffering. Trained as a nurse. I worked for around 10 years. From there, what motivated me to become a midwife was the mortality rate of mothers and babies in the country. The death rate of mothers in South Sudan was too high. So the initiative of training midwives had to begin. In 2006, they opened a national training school for Kajokeji. The compound was really nice. It had 3 classrooms, a dormitory for boys, dormitory for girls, and a dining hall. We were about 105 students. Kajokeji was really looking beautiful. A lot of mangoes, a lot of trees. The land was fertile, cultivation was okay, so I got excited. And then there was problem of insecurity in Kajokeji. There was was a lot of gun shootings. The community had all run away. We found ourselves to be the only people left in Kajokeji. For the girls, they may end up being raped. For the boys, they may end up to be captured and taken. So because of that, we decided to move away from the school. Around 4 p.m. we left the place. All what we had were left behind, looted. We only secured lives of people. We went to the nearest part of Uganda, which is Moyo district. We only had 8 mattresses for 105 students. So these mattresses were put in the way that they put a long line and then you lie. Only you put your chest onto the mattress, but the feet was on the cement. Until when we got a response from Juba, people sent for us some money to look for a house and put these students. I had 2 things to decide on. I had a family, which is my biological family, and I had a family which was the students. So it became so hard to decide, but I had to sacrifice my life and let the children go with the father to the refugee camp, then made sure that I moved with these students to come to Juba.
Yeah, you can continue with my sister and the rest of the people.
Up to today, I'm living alone in Juba. My family is in the refugee camp. Leaving your own children for other children, unless you have the heart for that, you can never do that. It has not been easy. It's not easy to decide which side to follow. And if I had left, this school would have ended. But we had to persevere until we brought the school and settled it in Juba. It becomes easy to insert into the vagina. What we do is we push it in this way, following the structure of the outer shape of the vulva. Okay? So that when it reaches into the vagina, we turn. After turning, then we open. Slowly, we continue opening slowly until when we can visualize what we want to see. Okay? It's not that you have to open up to the end. You only open up to where you feel the mother will feel comfortable, as long as you can see what you want from inside. Is it okay? The beginning is always not easy. When we arrived in Juba, we rented a place for the students. It's not designed for a school. So we have the rooms enough for their accommodation, but challenge is the classrooms. Do not have any item for skills lab. So the situation now is not the best, but at least it has kept us going.
When everything falls apart, what do we make in the wake of it all? With all that tears us to shreds, what is it that keeps us together? With all that holds us back, how do we move forward? How do we become something that's never been before? we are still shattered into a million pieces. But we get to decide how to remake ourselves.
This school is not helping me alone. It is helping the communities of South Sudan. And it is improving the health of South Sudan in general. The outcome of the students that we have trained have motivated me so much.
I was born in the camp. I grew up in the camp. I studied in the camp. So life in the camp, it is not really easy. Because sometimes even you have to go one day hungry without eating. But the little you get, that's how you survive. Our women are used like just to make children. Women are being violated. Women are being oppressed. Sometimes you can be tortured. As what they can say, you're just a woman. When I applied for this course, and my uncle was trying to discourage me, but there's a certain auntie of mine, she really encouraged me to go ahead, because it is you who can determine your future and where you want to be. So she continued encouraging me. So through her encouragement and her help, I was able to come here. We who are trained to be midwife are the one going out to help women to reduce at the number of maternal mortality rate in the country. As a midwife, your role is to take care of a woman since from the day she got pregnant until the day she delivered, and 6 weeks after delivery. You make sure that you give her the necessary care you can able to give her and save her in case if there is complication.
Jena taki debi bili goja kulu wet mininta mara demuso iya haja wele su jena bili gola ita waita kan maba ita maba kulu kwes disi taki bikun ke bikun deipsa jera yawa degi wadile ita sanke.
It is not our own making for our mothers to suffer, but is the crisis in South Sudan. When you're pregnant, you want to stay happily, but there's stress still. You are thinking, how will I feed my children today? Or how will I take my children to school today? Even mothers end up to be raped. So it becomes very, very hard. But a woman is a peacemaker. If you still raise up and stand strong really as a woman, it is a woman to unite people together. After my graduation, I really want to go ahead with my study. In fact, I want to upgrade doing midwifery. That is my main aim. If I'm the one who conducted delivery, my baby is saved and the mother is saved, I myself even will be more happier than the woman who gave birth. Because I've saved life and I've welcomed what? Life into the world. Is that what I'm
For too long, the men have been fighting, but the women are warriors. Amidst so much death, women bring forth life. In the face of destruction, they rebuild community and facilitate transformation. How hard they must fight to push through the pain, to create something beautiful, to bear new beginnings. They will rise. They will have to.
One day, the woman is going to enjoy the fruits of her education. They have gone through a lot of problems, a lot of incidences of rape, but we have a belief that one day, one time, a woman will have a say on her right.
Our women really need to be educated and they really need quality care.
There must be peace, people settle, and then the schools improve.
When our women of South Sudan, they are given opportunity, if there's improvement in future, our women are going to do good. We are seeing hope.
The whole of South Sudan must have that vision that in the future, we should be able to help ourselves. We should have our own trained people who can work for our own communities. It's a transition. It cannot happen in a day. So changes are always a process, but slowly by slowly, we shall also reach where others have reached. Currently, we are having 3 classes of diploma midwives training. Students come from all over the country. Almost all the tribes, all the dialects in South Sudan. So it's a national training school. And then we always encourage them to have teamwork, group work. That is to cut out that business of saying, I belong to such a tribe, I belong to such a clan. We don't mind where you come from, we treat you as a student. All in all, we are all the same countrymen. My students are united. They feel they are one. As I speak now, I am still in the air. Why I say I'm in the air is this school was originally in Kajukeji. Currently it is in Juba. Now the question is, where is the future of this school? Is it going to end in Juba here, or it will go back? Are we going to continue training, or things are going to end?
I would like to see peace, and I would love to see if our women are really staying in a peaceful environment, raise up their children in a peaceful environment, and they can able to educate their children without any interruption. So that's what we are hoping for.
This training must go ahead. I believe one day, one time, the communities will come back. Then these trained people will go and work on the communities. The more midwives we have, the more opportunities we give to our pregnant mothers, and the more life we give to our babies.
This is a place with so little, by so many measures, with a future so precarious and paradoxically so wide open. They don't have peace yet. But they do have grace.